Some time ago, the forest rangers of Gandharvaville welcomed a new trainee to their ranks. She's a warm-hearted girl with a radiant smile, always ready to help a forest trekker in need. Like the hardiest plants in the forest, her will to live runs deep, seemingly unbreakable despite the traumas of the past.
Trainee Forest Ranger Collei, reporting.
Mondstadt gave Collei an opportunity to turn things around, and now Sumeru provides her with a place to grow. Here, she will support those around her with her newly acquired power of Dendro. Good things come to those who are willing to work toward their dreams. When Collei is in the party, she reduces gliding stamina consumption for your own party members, making exploration faster. Collei's normal attack can combo up to 4 consecutive shots, dealing physical damage. With a charged attack, Collei executes a more precise aimed shot that deals increased damage. While aiming, Dendro energy accumulates on the arrowhead. A fully charged arrow will deal Dendro damage. Collei's elemental skill throws a floral ring that deals 1 bout of Dendro damage to each target it hits. The floral ring will return after a set time, dealing further Dendro damage on the way back. After unlocking the talent Floral Sidewinder, if one of your own party members triggers a Burning, Quicken, Aggravate, Spread, Bloom, Hyperbloom, or Burgeon reaction before the floral ring returns, the floral ring will grant the character the Sprout effect on its return. The Sprout effect deals Dendro damage to nearby enemies for a set time based on Collei's attack. If the Sprout effect is triggered again before it expires, the initial effect will be removed.
Help!
Collei's elemental burst brings her trusty assistant, Anba, into the battle, causing an explosion that deals AoE Dendro damage and creates a Anba zone. Anba bounds around within the zone, dealing further AoE Dendro damage. Plant life thrives in the Sumeru forests, like the hope rejuvenated in Collei's life. After unlocking the talent The Languid Wood, when a character in the Anba zone triggers a Burning, Quicken, Aggravate, Spread, Bloom, Hyperbloom, or Burgeon reaction, the zone's duration will be extended. A given Anba zone's duration may only be extended in this way by up to a limited amount. The time that Collei once spent on the run taught her a wealth of survival and combat skills. Though still a trainee forest ranger, her Dendro vision gives her the ability to hold her own in many challenging situations. In battle, Collei focuses on casting her elemental skill, aiming to hit as many enemies as possible and generate the Sprout effect within the floral ring. This enables her teammates to deal greater damage through more elemental reactions. When her energy is full, Collei summons Anba, whose Anba zone deals continuous Dendro damage to the enemy and creates a fertile ground for elemental reactions. By coordinating with her teammates, the zone can be extended and exploited long enough to root out every last one. Growth means different things to different people. Some simply wish to grow up in peace, while others pursue loftier goals. As for Collei, she believes that overcoming her past is a necessary step on the long journey to the future she pursues. This is wise, for to overcome is to move forward, not to wallow endlessly in the past. Pity that my former travel companion, for all their years of rumination, lacks Collei's clarity on this. Or perhaps, some situations are simply too complex to be resolved by good intentions and honest effort alone. Compared to ferocious beasts, it's hard to imagine placid plants ever posing a serious threat to humans. But deep within the sprawling forest where the vegetation grows unchecked, there is no telling what dangers may lurk within. So never underestimate the rainforest, for life is a formidable force. If you're hoping to pass through the Avidia forest without incident, you would be wise to heed the stern warnings of the Forest Watcher.
I'll lead the way.
Tighnari believes that the best thing to do with knowledge is to utilize it effectively in everyday life. Applying his botanical expertise in the use of his Dendro vision has helped him to both advance his research and protect the rainforest's ecosystem. To be an effective forest watcher requires a keen, observant pair of eyes. When Tighnari is in your party, the location of resources unique to Sumeru will appear on your minimap, making it easier to gather supplies. Tighnari's normal attack can combo up to 4 consecutive shots, dealing physical damage. With a charged attack, Tighnari executes a more precise, aimed shot that deals increased damage. The shot has different effects depending on how long the charging lasts. At charge level 1, Tighnari fires a Dendro-infused arrow that deals Dendro damage. At charge level 2, Tighnari fires a wreath arrow that deals Dendro damage. After hitting its target, several cluster bloom arrows are generated that will auto-target nearby enemies and deal further Dendro damage. When the talent Keen Sight is unlocked, after Tighnari fires a wreath arrow, his elemental mastery will be increased for a limited time. Tighnari's elemental skill throws a Vijnana Stormheart ahead of him that deals AoE Dendro damage, and creates a Vijnana Khanda field, which summons strange illusions to taunt enemies and draw their fire. Also, Tighnari gains the Vijnana Suffusion effect that decreases the charging time of the next wreath arrow. This effect will dissipate once the duration ends, or after Tighnari has fired a certain number of wreath arrows.
I'll uproot you!
When Tighnari unleashes his elemental burst, he harnesses the power of germination and fires 6 Tanglevine tendrils that automatically target enemies and deal Dendro damage. After the Tanglevine tendrils hit their target, a second wave of tendrils is produced that also auto-target enemies and deal Dendro damage. After studying the properties of a diverse range of plants, Tighnari gained a wealth of new insight into Dendro-infused arrows. After unlocking the talent Scholarly Blade, for every point of elemental mastery Tighnari possesses, his charged attack and elemental burst damage are increased. Damage can only be increased up to a certain limit. Poorly prepared hikers and fierce monsters are constant troubles in the rainforest. An earnest, informative lecture is sufficient to deal with the former. But in the case of the latter, Tighnari shows no mercy. During battle, Tighnari first uses his elemental skill to create a Vijnana Khanda field to taunt enemies and obtain the Vijnana Suffusion effect. From a safe vantage point, he can now quickly charge and fire wreath arrows to deal Dendro damage to enemies. When energy is full, Tighnari unleashes his elemental burst, firing Tanglevine tendrils that pursue enemies. 2 waves of Tanglevines will home in on enemies to root out the problem at the source. Even as I speak, strange events that I cannot comprehend are unfolding in Sumeru City. Fortunately for Tighnari, though he lacks knowledge of the full situation, his intuition has saved him from becoming entangled in it. In Tighnari's opinion, however profound and esoteric knowledge may be, it does not equal virtue. Elitism and deceit can lead to no good. Ironically, the academia sages who manage knowledge neither comprehend the true meaning of knowledge, nor understand the yearnings of the human heart. Though Tighnari has rejected them several times, still their pleas come time after time to his door. Let's see just where exactly the path of stubbornness and ignorance will lead them in the future.
Understand you soon, it won't be long. Keep on, keep on.